Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 10.
Now at 10, fear close to home.
It's essential for Muslims to have a place where they get together.
Lincoln's Muslim community responding after a deadly mosque shooting in San Diego. How a local leader is working to keep people safe. Then picking up the pieces.
Looking, all of a sudden you look up and we could see it coming down out of the sky.
Volunteers in Hebron cleaning up after a tornado wreaked havoc. What the National Weather Service is now grading the storm as. Also, neighbors stepping up, donations pouring in to St. Labori after Sunday's tornado, how the community is already helping families start to rebuild. And the clock is ticking.
We all want to see the war get resolved with Iran.
President Trump escalating his warning to Iran, why officials say the threat of more military action is still on the table. But first, a quick look at the forecast following a very busy last few days of severe weather, including tornadoes, storms, and heavy rain rolled through the capital city today. And Channel 8 citizen journalists took to the Now Local News app to showcase the showers. Aspen sent in a video of distant lightning bolts over Waverly Middle School. And citizen journalist Melanie sending in this one showing the steady downfall seen in Lincoln earlier this evening. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Fowler. Rain, and even more rain, right? Much of our viewing area saw soaking showers today after a weekend filled with storms. And for many across the state, that rain was a welcome sight. Whether you're trying to save your crops or just keep your grass green, the moisture couldn't have come at a better time. For more, let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. Rusty, you've been working nonstop for the last 3 days or so. Tonight is the worst over.
It is, and we are in the clear. We've got some odd things to talk about, which we'll get to here in a second. But first, let's take a look at the radar and just enjoy the fact that the very severe weather has moved off to the east. Some heavy rain now just lingering into parts of Richardson County, but there has been a lot going on. And doesn't this just, I mean, it's Nebraska weather right there. A frost advisory and a freeze warning for the western half of the state for tomorrow morning. That just, of course it is. Your tornado reports look at all of that from just south of Minneapolis to Sioux Falls, west of Des Moines, in and around our area. Lots and lots of severe weather. And look at these rainfall totals. Over the last 48 hours, you're looking at, look at Beatrice, 4.29, 3.17 in Lincoln, 2.9 in Nebraska City. Just incredible. So now it's quiet. Barry Lockham looking down towards downtown Lincoln. Low clouds still hanging out there, but no precipitation as of 10 o'clock. 52 degrees in Lincoln. It's a little chilly out there, almost into the 30s for the western half of the state. That wind starting to die down out of the north at 10 to 20 miles per hour. So we head through tonight, temperatures drop into the middle 40s, and we don't climb up much tomorrow. We'll try for 60, but I don't know if we'll make it. We'll look at that forecast in just a couple of minutes.
All right, thank you, Rusty. New details tonight following yesterday's destructive storms. The National Weather Service now saying a tornado that hit Hebron last night reached an EF1 strength. The storm damaged trees, buildings, and parts of the airport area. The tornado tracked more than 4 miles across the south side of Hebron, with peak winds estimated right around 95 miles per hour. And people in Hebron are now busy cleaning up. But as Mackenzie Johnson shows us tonight, neighbors are already stepping up to help each other recover.
A destructive tornado touching down right on the corner of my hometown and going right through the Hebron golf course. The groundskeeper tells me it's normally a one-man job, but this morning he's got plenty of volunteers helping him.
Looking, all of a sudden you look up and we could see it coming down out of the sky.
We are directly in the middle. See it, Jake?
Jake Witt and his family hunkering down once they could see debris swirling right outside of their door.
What was that? Holy crap.
A rare tornado emergency issued by the National Weather Service as a twister tore through Thayer County. Just south of Hebron, a homeowner tells me their barn was blown off its foundation. Most of this damage was done on Saturday night, but against all odds, this same spot hit by Sunday night's tornado. The twister lifting up off the ground as the storm moved closer to town, and that's when Witt saw the clouds spinning over his house, which is right by the Hebron golf course.
It came down and only jumped the road and hit the golf course, and a few seconds later it was all over. We obviously lost some cart sheds, some big trees that have been here for hundreds of years.
He tells me they take these situations seriously because his wife lived through the historic Hallam tornado back in 2004.
She is not a big fan of tornadoes, so obviously anytime we get in severe weather, tornado warning watch, we are in the house, we'll just say that.
Early Monday morning, volunteers showing up, breaking out chainsaws, and getting to work.
It's a blessing, and so anytime the community does those little things like that, you really appreciate it.
Witt tells me thanks to volunteers like the ones that are taking off tree branches behind me, they're likely going to have most of the work done by tonight, and they'll be back open for business tomorrow. Reporting in Hebron, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
And powerful pictures coming into the newsroom showing the strength of last night's storms. Governor Jim Pillen visiting some of the people whose homes were destroyed by the Howard County tornadoes. Some jarring photos here where you can see Mother Nature's violent power on full display. The governor saying the families told him they're just lucky to be alive today. Senator Pete Ricketts is extending his gratitude to the brave first responders for their quick responses and helping affected communities last night and into today. He says he and his wife are also praying for Nebraska's impacted by the storms. When severe weather happens, the Now Local News app is the place to be. Our team here at Channel 8 provides you with real-time updates as storms progress, and citizen journalists can upload views of Mother Nature's madness. Scan the QR code to download the app for free. Developing now, investigators say a deadly shooting at a San Diego mosque is being treated as a hate crime. Authorities are trying to piece together what led up to it. Police say 3 people died, while the 2 suspects also dead as well.
Initial reports from PDR. Multiple victims.
Investigators say the 2 gunmen were teenagers that opened fire at San Diego's largest mosque around midday today. They say a security guard was killed while helping people escape. SWAT teams clearing the building room by room. Police also say anti-Islamic messengers were found inside the suspect's car. As the investigation runs its course, San Diego's mayor is calling for unity across the community.
Hate has no home in San Diego. Islamophobia has no home in San Diego. An attack on any San Diegan is an attack on all San Diegans, and we will not stand for it in America's finest city. Let there be no misunderstanding. For anyone who would seek to bring this kind of violence to this city, you will be met with the full force of our law enforcement partnerships.
Investigators are now reviewing writings left behind by one of the shooters as the FBI joins the hate crime investigation. Well, today's violence is also being felt right here in Lincoln. Channel 8's Danielle Da Silva spoke with the leaders at a local Lincoln mosque about what this means for Muslims right here in Nebraska. She joins us now. Danielle?
That's right, Rod. Even though the San Diego mosque shooting happened over 1,500 miles away, the president of the Islamic Foundation of Lincoln describes his congregation's fair, the mosque's response to ensure safety, and the message they have for Muslims worldwide.
It's essential for Muslims to have a place where they get together. And that particular mosque is the biggest mosque in the San Diego area, and it's kind of very diverse community where you can see people from all around the world.
Rabin Karim is the president of the Islamic Foundation of Lincoln and practiced at that same San Diego mosque when moving to the U.S. He says in light of Monday's shooting, Muslims in Lincoln are concerned about their security. It's something they take seriously.
We have surveillance camera all around the place. Recently, we installed a fence just to prevent anyone to vandalize the building.
He adds that Lincoln police have also been involved, responding quickly when the mosque requests extra patrolling. Kareem's colleague, Endro Faye, says police presence is crucial and noticed how quickly San Diego authorities responded.
We have every single police officer available throughout our county that dropped what they're doing
He says the uprising of violence against Muslims may be due to ignorance.
Islam is really like very badly portrayed.
Oftentimes linked to violence, but he says at their core, it's about peace.
Islam itself teaches us the sanctity of human life, the mercy towards brothers, towards others in general, and the responsibility to protect the community from harm and hatred.
What should happen next?
We would encourage also Muslim communities to have events outside the mosque, outside, like going toward the community and expose them what Islam is truly.
He also directly invites the people of Lincoln to come to the mosque for an event on May 28th to celebrate Eid, a holiday all about solidarity, unity, and community. We'll have a link to this in this article at klcantv.com. Reporting live from the studio, Danielle De Silva, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Danielle. President Trump is warning Iran the clock is ticking. Tonight, the president is escalating his rhetoric against Iran as the White House weighs possible next steps in the growing conflict. Trump warning Iran it could be hit much harder if a new deal isn't reached soon. The president is expected to meet with top national security advisors tomorrow, as Iran says it sent a new response through Pakistan mediators, all while tensions in the region grow with new drone strikes reported over the weekend. Earlier, CNN asked Nebraska Congressman Don Bacon what he believes needs to happen next in the standoff with Iran.
We all want to see the war get resolved with Iran. However, it can't be where they're allowed to have a nuclear weapon or a nuclear capability 5 years from now or 10 years from now.
Bacon says he believes more limited military force may still be needed if Iran doesn't negotiate what he called a good deal. The White House has not said whether President Trump has set a specific deadline for those talks. After the break, a town tested how neighbors are already coming together to help families rebuild in St. Laborie.
Lots of strong storms just like that over the last couple of days. Finally, we're at the end. We catch a break, but some cool temperatures headed our way. The forecast when we come back.
Every play, every highlight, KOKN brings you the action, bringing you closer to the excitement, one game at a time.
Kia of Lincoln's new location will be opening soon, so we're having an all-out inventory reduction sale now. Choose from hundreds of new Kias, get financing from 0% APR for up to 60 months, no payments for 90 days, and so much more. Drive home in a new 2026 Kia Carnival for just $399 a month. Now under new management, come see us at 1145 North 48th Street or online at kiaoflincoln.com. You will love our new way of doing business.
It's Ernie's and Soresco's incredible Memorial Day sale. Our Memorial Day sale is the time to buy new furniture, and no sale is bigger than Ernie's and Soresco's Memorial Day sale. Huge inventory of in-stock and on-sale items, home furnishings for every room marked down, and the lowest priced mattresses in Nebraska, plus up to 72 months special financing. People wait for this kind of sale. Well, the waiting is over. This is the one. Ernie's and Soresco's and Ernie's Mattress First's Memorial Day sale. Going on now.
At Pemberley Place Senior Living here in Lincoln, our senior living care is a calling. Our residents are family. Days are filled with activity, good friends, personalized care, and delicious food. Visit PemberleyPlace.com, an MJ Senior Living community.
Summer's here. Who's ready for camp in a new Toyota? Nice splash! The scavenger hunt starts now! The call was coming from inside the Tacoma!
Right now, get a great deal on the 2026 Toyota Tacoma with APR financing as low as 2.99%. Or lease the 2026 Toyota Tacoma for $309 a month.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
This news segment is brought to you by Leach Camper Sales of Lincoln.
Locally owned since 1963, Leach Camper Sales of Lincoln offers a huge variety of RVs. Unlike competitors' same old models, your choice is always uniquely yours. All types, all styles, all price ranges. Get out and live life. Leach Camper Sales of Lincoln. Camp better.
New developments tonight. The National Weather Service now confirming an EF3 tornado. That's the one that hit St. Laborie. It says the tornado-packed winds of up to 160 miles per hour, destroying homes, snapping power poles, and ripping through Howard County for more than 6 miles. The storm stayed on the ground for about 11 minutes last night. Officials say 4 homes were essentially destroyed, but here's the good news. No injuries were reported. And people in St. Libory are sifting through what the storm left behind. Neighbors are also working to recover personal items and start the cleanup process. Trees are split in half and homes, yeah, they're in pieces. And personal items are still turning up in fields across Howard County. People spent the day picking through debris while volunteers helped families salvage what they could.
So thankful for those people reaching out to me on Facebook and phone call, willing to help with either just manually walking fields or showing dump trailers or side-by-sides. We appreciate any help we can get.
Storm chasers and neighbors say the damage stretches well beyond St. Libory, with crops, shelters, and farmland also hit hard. Many families say the cleanup, of course, is just beginning. This could take a while. But they also say, also beginning is the community support. Now, the support is already pouring into the impacted communities. The St. Libory Fire Department says people have been dropping off supplies and donations all day long right there at their fire station. Officials say any money raised will be split equally between families impacted by the storm. And new at 10, a diamond found in the rough. Lincoln police say this ring was found last week near the Bison Trailhead. Now officers are asking the public for help to find out who it belongs to. Police say anyone who thinks the ring might be theirs will need to provide proof of ownership before claiming it. Anyone with information can contact Lincoln Police Department property.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Want to thank everybody for all the kind emails and messages that I've been getting for the hours and hours I've been on your TV and on social media streaming and whatnot. So thank you very much for all the kind comments. I certainly appreciate it. And hopefully we can all appreciate some decent rainfall. I know Western Nebraska, I have friends and family on the other side of the state, and they still need the rainfall. But look at all of this. I showed this earlier. I got to show it again. 2 to 3 to 4 inches of rainfall from Lincoln to Beatrice to Nebraska City. I don't think that's right for Hebron. We'll probably tack on a 3 in front of that one. Lots and lots of rainfall. And hopefully Western Nebraska gets to see some eventually. ABC Seamless, 48th and Cornhusker Highway. Wet streets. And that's a good sign that we just got done with a lot of rain. And temperatures in the 40s and 50s. It is going to get cold. You saw the frost and freeze warnings for the western half of the state. We're already seeing temperatures really close to the 30-degree mark, and we're at 52 chilly degrees in Lincoln, 47 in Kearney, 48 in Grand Island and Hastings, 49 in Aurora, 48 also in York. So some cooler air out there. There's all the storms. That is moving off to our east and away from us, taking with it a lot of rain and a lot of severe weather. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about that anymore. Not a whole lot going on tomorrow. I think just a lot of clouds, maybe even some patchy fog. We got all that moisture on the ground now. It may try to come back up and give us a little bit of patchy fog in some spots, depending on where you're at. As we head towards noon, 1 o'clock, maybe a peak of sunshine every now and then. This may dry things out just a little bit. Notice the western half of the state, more sunshine. The eastern half of the state, more cloud cover. That's kind of the way it's going to be as we head through your Tuesday night. But Tuesday looks like a dry day for much of the state. Temperature-wise, I think we're going to fall into the 40s, but notice the 30s are not too far away. You're looking at the upper 30s and maybe even the lower 30s in parts of western Nebraska. A bit of a northwest breeze calming down. Tomorrow, windy. I think a northwest wind at 10 to 20, gusting to around 30. And look at the struggling temperatures. We're looking at 59, 60, maybe 61. I don't know if we'll get to 60. If we see some sunshine, I think most of us will get to 60, but those clouds are going to hang tough, and so it may be a chilly day. 61, 62, 60. Look at all these 60s in a row. After seeing a lot of 80s in a row, all of a sudden we're in the 60s. Storms possible Thursday, storms possible on Friday, and then that small chance for precipitation on Saturday, 75 degrees, and then the 80s come back in time for the second half of Memorial Weekend. Sunday and Monday, you're looking at 84 and 87, and then even 88 on Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day. More storm chances coming our way Thursday and Friday, something we'll keep a close eye on. That small storm chance on Saturday. Weather trivia time, since there's been a lot of hail lately, Biggest hailstone in Nebraska measured 18.5 inches in diameter. That's close to a softball, a basketball, a beach ball, or a football.
I'm using my hands now. There's a foot. Another. Boy, that's.
You guys could see this.
That's a beach ball.
I was gonna go beach ball as well.
It's actually the diameter.
Oh!
It's around.
Come on, Rusty.
The fat part of the football is about like that. So just like it's like that. So that's
all
the
right. We didn't think about the diameter of that.
I know we got a little lost in the math there.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Rusty. In other news, if you see downed tree limbs, power lines, or other storm damage around Lincoln, the city is asking you to report it to the proper agencies for a full breakdown of who to contact and how to report damage. Visit KLKNTV.com and click on the links we mentioned tab. New tonight, the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce provides an update on Project O Street, temporary detours for permanent progress. That's the message the city of Lincoln is pushing as they continue construction downtown. They say they will support local businesses, customers, and residents. These pictures are renderings they've released showing more of what they're hoping parts of O Street will look like post-construction. The project is scheduled to be completed next fall. In the meantime, they're announcing a weekly event they're calling Coffee with a Contractor, where people can learn what to watch out for on the roads. Here's Katie Bohmeyer with the coffee update today.
On May 18th, the city will be shutting down O Street from 13th to 16th to start on a water main project as well as Black Hills Energy utility work.
And they'll be having their Coffee with a Contractor updates every Wednesday at 9 a.m. at the Music Box as construction continues. All right, we're ready to head into the Sports Zone. Nate Jordy Fromm, once again, a top 3 finalist for the USA Softball Collegiate Player of the Year.
Yeah, she's like that. Special player on and off the diamond. We'll have the latest on Fromm and the team coming up after the break.
Online anytime at DuToChevrolet.com.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Well,
What's going on, and welcome back into Sports Zone. Well, what a weekend it was here in Lincoln. Just a special to see Husker Nation show out in the way they did, and now had the chance to watch their first ever Super Regional. More on that in just a bit, but let's start this evening with the Papillion, Nebraska native Jordy Fromm, who was named at the top 3 list for USA Softball's Collegiate Player of the Year today. She joins Megan Grant of UCLA and Issa Torres of Florida State as the 3 finalists. And she was as impressive as always this past weekend, both on offense and in the circle. And fun fact, if she hits one more home run this season, she would become the first Husker with multiple 20-plus home run seasons. And she will have the chance to do that starting Thursday, May 21st at 8 p.m. when Nebraska welcomes Oklahoma State to town with the best-of-3 series in the Super Regional. And Game 2 Friday is set for 4 p.m. It's already sold out this weekend as expected. Let's talk some Nebraska baseball, a big weekend ahead. Here's a look at the Big Ten tournament bracket. Nebraska does not play until Friday at 5 p.m. They will play either Michigan, Rutgers, Ohio State, or Washington. The 5 through 12 seeds play double elimination games starting tomorrow. The final 4 seeds start single elimination play Friday, and the action, of course, taking place in Omaha at Charles Schwab Field. And coming out today, the latest D1 baseball rankings. Nebraska moving up once again to the number 20 spot following their road sweep of Minnesota. The Huskers really showing some grit in that performance all week long, getting the job done, locking in that 2 seed in the Big Ten tournament. And how about this? Hawks Field at Haymarket Park ranking 13th nationally in average attendance. They had an average of 5,123 fans all season, and last month brought in 6,984 fans. That's pretty impressive, despite some crummy weather at times in a couple of series. Just talks to how impressive Nebraska fans are. Also, Nebraska basketball news. The Huskers will face Providence next season. The 2026 Basketball Hall of Fame tip-off. The action takes place on Saturday, November 7th at Mahogany Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut. Head coach Fred Hoiberg said in part of his statement, the matchup against Providence in this environment provides our program an early opportunity to test ourselves against a very good Big East opponent. Well, some breaking news of the Lincoln hockey world tonight. Head coach Rocky Russo and the Lincoln Stars have mutually agreed to part ways to allow him to pursue other opportunities in the hockey community. The Stars saying, quote, "We appreciate Rocky's contributions to the organization and wish him and his family the best moving forward," and that more updates would be coming soon. The Stars fell in the Western Conference semifinals this past season, and they finished with a record of 48-18-3 2 seasons ago. The most wins in program history. Best of luck, Rocky, and whatever is next. Finally, the NSAA baseball tournament, giving it a go today. Had to do some delays in there, but Lincoln East and Lincoln Lutheran are playing right now up in Omaha, so we'll have to update you tomorrow on those games. We can see a couple other the action that happened today. Lincoln Southwest following Seward picking up the win among some of the scores today. And that is going to do it for sports tonight. Rod will go ahead and send things back over to you.
All right, thank you, Nate. And we'll be back with a final check of your forecast with Rusty. Stay with us. New at 10, Mother Nature wasn't stopping Seward Public School students from getting outside. Today is a field day for SES students. They say the kids had a blast getting some playtime outdoors while the weather was cooperating. They're not just thanking the coaches and the teachers that made the day possible, but also the parent volunteers who took time to make the day extra special. All right, let's get a final check of the weather with Rusty, see what's going on.
We can rest easy. The severe weather is now well to our east. It's still over there. Look at all that lightning, but Nebraska mostly dry now. A few lingering showers in far southeastern Nebraska. Here's what temperatures look like. We're in the 30s already in Thedford, 40s for just about everybody else, 50s to the east. As we head through tonight, all of that storm activity goes away. We're left with mostly cloudy skies by tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Rusty, and thank you so much for joining us. Andrew in Houston will be here for your morning news starting at 5 a.m. Jimmy Kimmel's coming up next. Have a good night.
Founded and operated